Hi everyone. Okay, so this is going to be card number 1 in a 4-card series for Fun Stamper's Journey. I hope I said all of that correctly. If not, you're used to it, right? We add our own words when it comes to my videos. So this is what we are going to be using today. And I am going to treat this like card class. So let's see. I'm going to give you dimensions, okay? So we are going to use Cranberry Bliss. We are going to use Hazelnut Blend, and this paper, this is the Cozy Prints paper, and let's see, let me move this out of the way, and we will be using all year long the Merry Christmas stamp set, or stamp, and the holiday sprinkles or holiday gems. I can't find the name of them, so we'll just make up our own. And Hazelnut Blend ink, Black Licorice ink, Limemade Splash as our inks. We are also going to use our Journey foam squares, our little snips, and our tape, and our sponge, our little baby sponge with the ink pads. And we are going to use 4 little bells that you can get at the dollar store, so, or Walmart or wherever, especially right now, Hobby Lobby. So I decided to bring those in because why not? I thought they went really well with the card. So what we are going to do is we are going to start off by cutting a I'm not sure how much detail do you guys want. So that is one thing you're going to have to tell me, is what do you want to see. So we are going to cut our paper at 5.5, and that will be our base. And then we will be scoring it. Let me see. Maybe I should bring you guys in. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit. Okay. So we are going to fold it in half, and we are going to be able to open the card this way. So, and then now let's cut our red paper. See, so that's what I think. I'm not sure if I need to go through all this with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the red paper I already cut down, because I don't edit any of my videos. It's all real time. So I think instead of making it long and boring, I'm just going to tell you what I cut this down to. So the red base is going to be a 4 by 5.25. So cut it down 4 and 5.25. That is your dimensions on how you're going to cut this. So 4, which is this way, and 5.25. And what you're going to do is you're going to make it go onto your base of your card, but have an edge, have a border. So, and then you guys, I suck at math. So, I mean, that's the plain truth. And that's why we have calculators on our phones, right? So, I don't know the names of, or the numbers that we need to use. But, you know, hey, I will do my best to explain how I do things. And basically, it's notches. So, this base is 4 and 5.25. So, you're going to take your holly base and make it 4 and minus 2 notches. So that is how I'm going to explain things to you, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 4, which is right here, and then you're going to minus 2. You're going to minus 2 notches. So, and I know that there's numbers and all that. My husband tried teaching me, and then I learned it for like a day, and then I never used it again, so then it's gone. And I just, you know what? Life's too short, and I just don't care. So 5.25. So you're going to take your holly base and make it 5.25 minus 2 notches. So these are going to be like minus 2 notches, because that will make it perfect inside your little, your red base. So let's adhere it. So that's what we're going to do. And I like that. Oh, of course, I like that. So I've been using that glue for a while now, so it is, of course I'm nervous, so let's see. because this is not my forte. Well, I mean, card making I can do, but teaching it is a whole different matter. So I'm a little bit nervous. So what now we're going to take our, now you have your base and your white base. So your regular base and your white base. And then now you're going to take your die. This is the deer head die. That is so cute. And you're going to die cut the deer head. So I thought I would show you that real quick, because that's the easiest thing for me to do, is to show you. So I have the platinum, because you might as well go big, because you're going to need it. So you're going to need for the bigger cuts, so might as well just buy it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hazelnut blend. Now this usually has a base, right? It usually, let me push you out, hold on. So you usually have a base, a magnetic part, but you're not going to need that. When it comes to the steel ruled dies, what you're going to do is you're going to take your bottom plate, put it down, then you're going to take your cardstock, put that down, and then you're going to take your steel ruled die, and the side that has the impression is going to go down. So you're going to push that down. Then you're going to put the top on, and it's just that easy. And then you crank it, and it cuts it out perfectly. See, so now you have your deer head, which I love. So that is how I thought of doing a Tools 101 kind of video if I continue to do the card series. So let me know what you think. In that way you can just watch one video instead of me doing this all the time. So now you're going to take your deer head, and your deer head, let me push you back in, okay? So close your eyes. Now you're going to take your deer head, and you are going to sponge it. That's where the hazelnut blend comes in. So you're going to take your little sponger, and you're going to pick up your die, and all you're going to do is you're going to dip your little sponge in the ink and start brushing the sides of the deer. It just gives it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more oomph when you color some of it in. And then what I did is I kind of brushed in a little bit on the antlers. So that's what you're going to do, is just brush it all on, and it will help make it pop a little. So you just do the coordinating ink, and that works out perfectly. So your deer is going to look like that. It's going to have some dimension on it. Then you're going to take your journey squares, and you are going to cut them. You're going to cut them in half, and you are going to turn your deer over and adhere the foam squares to just a couple of the antlers, just to give it even more dimension. That is the word of the day, dimension. So, and that will make him pop. See? So that makes him pop. Here we go. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're not going to adhere him down yet. You're going to take your red base for your sentiment. Your sentiment is going to go there. So you're going to take your red base, which is, what is this? I forgot to write it down. It's going to be 1 and a little more than 1 3/4. So that will be your base. And then you're going to take your black licorice ink pad. Now remember guys, I am more of a project lifer than I am a card maker on video. So just give me some slack, please. Just a little bit. So when it comes to stamping, you want to stamp down and stamp up. You do not want to rock it, because the minute you rock it, I'll show you. The minute you rock it, you're going to get either double images, or you're going to get the lines on the sides when you rock. So it's always stamp up, stamp down, kiss it for about 5 seconds or so, and then pull it up, and you will have a perfect stamp. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your little snips and cut corner to corner. I don't do corner to corner because I like it a little bit more in. And then you're going to take your Limemade Splash because you want this to pop also. So you're going to take your Limemade Splash, grab your ink pad on the corners, on the sides, and you're just going to lightly just smear the sides. You're going to smear it with green. And that is it, because that will help make it stand out also. And then you're going to also adhere this down. And you're going to make it in the center. And then you will carefully cut the flag. Cut this into a flag. Just like that. So very simple. That's going to go there. So that's adhered down. This is adhered down. So what you're going to do now is you're going to, you can adhere this one down. You can, because you know where your deer is going to go. So just add the Merry Christmas to the corner of the paper, the designer paper. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make this pop just a little bit more by adding the bells. Now the bells have little doodads on the end. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to take your little snips from like Harbor Freight. I got these like for $1, and you're going to pull this little or you can actually shove it down too. Whatever you want to do, shove it or pull it off. It's really easy to do, so it comes off in like one fell swoop, so that's really cool. And now it's going to be flat. I know that's kind of blurry, but there you go. So it's flat. So then we're going to add some jingle bells to our deer. So you need to take all the nibs off or shove them in, because then, I mean, I guess you don't have to. They might lie flat, but more than likely not. I didn't give it a chance to even test it out. So that is what your deer is going to have. Your deer is going to have jingle bells on them. And you're going to take your holiday little sparkles, and you're going to give him and make him into a Rudolph. So let me move this out of the way because I adhered the bells already. See, isn't it cute? So I adhered the bells down, and just with your glue, your liquid glue. It's a liquid glue, not another glue, because the liquid is what's going to help it. Let me use my liquid glue. So I added ribbon to the bottom, but you can't see it, so that's why it's not in the program, because it's not needed. Because you can't tell what it was actually. And then I pulled off the backings for the foam squares. And Rudolph needs his nose to be adhered down also. So, isn't that fun? Okay, and then one last thing is to adhere it down to your white base. So I love liquid glue, you guys, because it gives you time to manipulate it, whereas the regular glue, it's adhered when it touches paper, so it's a little bit more of a bothersome sort of thing. So what do you guys think? Like I said, I'm not very good at this stuff, so please let me know. But in the description box, I'm going to change it from my normal description box, and I am going to have it where I will just put the list of the ingredients that I used instead, and then of course there'll be a link to my website if you want to buy any of this stuff, which I think the deer is worth it because the deer is so darn cute. You can do way more with it. I was thinking of putting more bells on its antlers and stuff. I just need to find the teeny tiny bells instead. So, but this is card number 1 out of 4 for the Christmas card series that I'm going to do for Fun Stamper's Journey. So if you guys would choose me as your coach, I would be forever grateful. And yeah, I'm thankful. What do you guys think? Is it okay? Was it easy enough to understand? I hope so. What I will do also in the description box, I will write down the measurements. I'll even put on there 4 minus 2 notches. So everything I told you guys on the video as far as dimensions, I will write it all down too. So that way you can recreate this card if you want. I was thinking an eye would be cute because we have the monster eyes also, but I wanted it to be more elegant. So I thoroughly enjoyed this card. So I hope you did too. I hope you like it. I will talk to you guys all next week. And thank you very much. Did I forget anything? I hope not. Any constructive criticism, please let me know. If I missed something that you really want to know, let me know. All right, guys, take care. Have a great week. Bye.